A child is born in North Korea, but the moment that innocent baby comes into the world, he's declared a traitor. North Korea is known for having some of the harshest laws on earth, some so extreme they're hard to even believe. Here, elections take place, but there's no real choice. You can only vote for one person, and if you don't vote, straight to jail. There's only one TV channel, and you can't even change it. North Korea might be the only country in the world where you can go to prison not just for committing a crime, but for thinking about one. Until 1945, Japan ruled over the entire Korean peninsula for 35 years. But after World War II, Korea was divided into two parts, North and South Korea. The North fell under Soviet influence, while the South was influenced by the United States. In 1948, Kim Il-sung from the Kim dynasty was made leader, and North Korea was established as the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. But in reality, democracy never existed there. In 1950, a war broke out between the North and the South, known as the Korean War. But since no peace treaty was ever signed, the two countries are technically still at war today. Power in North Korea has always stayed within the same family, the Kim dynasty. First Kim Il-sung, then his son Kim Jong-il, and now his grandson Kim Jong Un. Each of them used strict laws and fear to hold on to power. These laws were designed to suppress people, to stop them from being influenced by South Korea or Western culture. Let's talk about some of the most bizarre and shocking rules. In 2024, North Korea banned sunglasses and even certain wedding dresses. In public places like the metro, instead of music, Kim family speeches are played. And during that time, no one is allowed to talk or make noise. If someone is caught watching South Korean dramas or Hollywood movies, they can be sent to labor camps or face severe punishment. The government calls this ideological contamination and wants to prevent any foreign influence from reaching its people. Ordinary citizens don't have access to the real internet, only a closed intranet system which works only inside North Korea. Even that is heavily monitored. The state watches what people read, watch, and say. Calling someone abroad without government permission is illegal. All TV, radio, and newspapers are run by the state. There's no such thing as private media. Everything on TV praises the government, glorifies the Kim dynasty, and portrays the US as an enemy. From childhood, citizens are taught to hate America and its allies. Even hairstyles are controlled. The government has approved only a few specific styles, and people must choose from those. Jeans, dyed hair, or flashy clothes are banned, as they represent Western influence. Even food is restricted. Items like hot dogs, budae jjigae, or tteokbokki are banned because of their Western or South Korean origins. Traveling from one city to another requires a permit. Without it, it's illegal. Passports are given only to the elite, government officials, or those close to Kim Jong Un. Ordinary citizens can't even dream of leaving the country. Land, homes, shops, and businesses, everything belongs to the state. No one owns property. They can only use it with government permission. Following any religion is illegal. There are churches in the country, but they're only for show, to fool foreign visitors into thinking there's religious freedom. In reality, anyone caught worshipping is sent to a labor camp. If someone dares to oppose the government or criticizes the Kim family, not only that person, but their entire family can be imprisoned. The punishment can continue for 3 generations. That means if a man is declared a traitor, his children and even grandchildren will be branded traitors too. This is done to make sure that the bloodline of rebellion never rises against the Kim family. Government spies live in every neighborhood, apartment, and community, secretly monitoring everyone. The strangest thing? In North Korea, you can be jailed not just for committing a crime, but for thinking about one. If someone even imagines going against the regime, it's enough to destroy their life. Every week, citizens must attend self-criticism sessions. In these gatherings, people confess their mistakes publicly, saying things like, "I didn't praise Kim Jong Un enough," or "I admired something foreign." Then others criticize them, and they must apologize and promise loyalty. Voting is mandatory, but you can only vote for the government's chosen candidate. Refuse to vote, and you're labeled a traitor. So why even hold elections? Because they're not about democracy. They're loyalty tests. When 100% of people vote for one candidate, the regime shows it off as proof of national unity and power. North Korea also has a parliament, the Supreme People's Assembly. But it doesn't make decisions. It just rubber stamps whatever Kim Jong Un decides. Citizens are required to memorize the 10 principles for the establishment of the monolithic ideological system. Every single principle mentions Kim Il-sung by name. Forget or stumble while reciting them, and you could be labeled disloyal. All TV sets are permanently tuned to state-run channels like Korean Central Television. Foreign or private channels are completely illegal, and imported TVs are modified to block outside signals. Even bicycles must be registered, numbered, and licensed. You can't ride one without passing a road safety test. Clothing with foreign flags, logos, or slogans is banned. The government wants citizens to reflect only North Korean identity, nothing foreign. Even tourists face strict control. They must always be accompanied by a government guide and are only allowed to visit approved locations. Talking to locals or taking random photos is forbidden. If they want to interview a citizen, they need government permission. While citizens are allowed to own mobile phones or computers, the government regularly checks their devices, USB drives, files, and memory cards. If foreign content is found, there's punishment. North Korea has a deeply discriminatory class system called Songbun. This system determines a person's entire life, their job, location, and opportunities, based on family background. There are 3 main classes: core, wavering, and hostile. The core class includes those whose ancestors fought with Kim Il-sung or served in the Korean War. They are the most loyal and receive the best privileges: government jobs, military ranks, and permission to live in Pyongyang. The wavering class are ordinary workers or farmers, not enemies, but not entirely trusted either. They live a modest life with limited privileges. The hostile class includes anyone whose ancestors followed a religion or had ties to South Korea. They are seen as traitors and are forced into the lowest kinds of work: manual labor, mining, or cleaning. Electricity, gas, and water are rationed, and usage is tightly monitored. At age 17, every citizen, male or female, must serve in the military for at least 10 years. On the death anniversaries of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il, it's mandatory to cry in public. Those who don't show emotion are suspected of disloyalty. Every home must display portraits of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il, and cleaning them regularly is considered a sacred duty. Children in schools memorize Kim family speeches as part of their education. North Korea is so isolated that even its calendar is different. They follow the Juche calendar, which begins with the birth year of Kim Il-sung, 1912. So, while the rest of the world calls this year 2025, in North Korea it's Huche, 113. There are many reasons why North Korea remains cut off from the world. The regime fears that if people learn the truth about the outside world, they'll rise against the government. That's why everything, media, travel, and the internet, is tightly controlled. On top of that, international sanctions over North Korea's nuclear program have isolated the country even more. Keep in mind, some of these rules may have changed, and others may have become even harsher. No one knows for sure. Much of what we do know comes from defectors, people who risked their lives to escape, or from satellite imagery and smuggled footage. We hope you found this video informative. If you did, don't forget to like and share it. Thank you for all your support. We'll see you again in the next fascinating video.